Last video, I showed you the cheat code, compound interest, time, becoming the bank instead of the customer. So why doesn't everybody just do it? Because knowing the trick and actually escaping are two completely different things. There's a reason most people stay broke their whole lives, even when the math is sitting right in front of them. And it's not what you think. It's not that they're lazy. It's not that they don't make enough. It's a handful of quiet little habits, invisible ones, that keep them running in place forever. I used to do almost all of them. So let's talk about how broke people stay broke and exactly how to break out. Okay, habit number 1, spending up every single time you earn more. This one is sneaky because it feels like winning. You get a raise. You finally land the better paying job. More money comes in. And within a couple months, somehow, you're just as broke as before. The paycheck got bigger, but so did everything else. Nicer apartment, nicer car, nicer everything. There's actually a name for this. It's called lifestyle creep. Your spending quietly creeps up to match whatever you make, so no matter how much more you earn, there's never anything left at the end. And here's the brutal part. It means you could double your income and still be broke. Plenty of people making 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck right now for exactly this reason. So how do you break it? Next time you get more money, a raise, a bonus, whatever, before you upgrade anything, take a chunk of that new money, even just half, and send it straight to saving or investing before you ever get used to spending it. You don't miss what you never started spending. Let your income go up and keep your lifestyle mostly the same for a while. That gap between the two, that's wealth. That's the whole game. And to be clear, this isn't about never enjoying your money or living like a monk. It's about choosing your upgrades on purpose instead of letting every raise quietly disappear into stuff you won't even remember buying. Habit number 2, only ever thinking about right now. Broke stays. Broke because it lives entirely in the present. Can I afford this today? Yes? Cool. Buy it. That's the whole decision. There's no version of future you in the room. And I get it. When money's tight, thinking about 30 years from now feels like a joke. But this is exactly the trap. Because every dollar you spend without thinking is a dollar that could have been growing. Remember the snowball from last video. The person who escapes isn't smarter or richer. They just kept future them in the conversation. They asked one extra question before buying. Is this worth more to me than what it could become? Sometimes the answer is still yes, and that's fine. But asking the question at all is what changes everything. Think about it like this. That random $40 thing you almost buy on autopilot isn't really $40. It's what $40 could have quietly become if you let it grow instead. Once you start seeing money that way, a lot of the mindless purchases just stop making sense on their own. Start small. Before your next non-essential purchase, just pause for 1 second and picture it. That pause is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Habit number 3, being scared of money instead of curious about it. A lot of people just decide early on that money is boring or confusing or stressful or kind of evil, and so they avoid it. They don't check their accounts. They don't open the statements. They don't learn how any of it works because it makes them anxious. And I actually really get this one. But here's the problem. Money doesn't go away just because you're not looking at it. It just runs your life from the shadows instead. The late fees still hit. The interest still grows. The subscriptions still drain you. Avoiding it doesn't protect you. It just means it happens to you instead of for you. The people who get ahead aren't fearless. They're just a little bit curious. They got interested instead of scared. And you're already doing it. You're literally watching this right now. That's the whole shift. So this week, do one tiny scary thing. Open the banking app you've been avoiding. Look at one statement. You don't have to fix anything yet. Just look. Awareness is step 1 and it's free. Habit number 4, trying to look rich instead of trying to be rich. These two things feel the same, but they are complete opposite. Looking rich means spending money so other people think you have it, the brand new car, the designer logo, the constant upgrades, the stuff for the photo. Being rich means quietly having money and options and freedom that nobody else can even see. And here's the irony that took me way too long to learn. The people grinding hardest to look rich are usually the most broke because they spent all of it on the appearance. Meanwhile, the actually wealthy person next to them is in a plain hoodie with a boring car and a portfolio you'll never hear about. Real wealth is mostly invisible. It's not the stuff you can see. It's everything they chose not to buy. The car they didn't finance, the upgrade they skipped, the logo they didn't pay triple for. All of those quiet little no's are exactly what turned into freedom while everyone else was busy posting their receipts. So before your next big look at me purchase, ask yourself honestly, am I buying this because I want it or because I want someone else to see it? That one question will save you more money than any budgeting app ever will. And habit number 5, the big one, the one underneath all the others. Believing this is just how it is. This is the final boss. It's the quiet voice that says, people like me don't get rich. I'm just bad with money. It is what it is, and I need you to hear this. That belief is the single most expensive thing you will ever own, because the second you decide the situation is permanent, you stop trying to change it. Why would you save? Why would you learn? Why would you invest if it's all pointless anyway? The belief makes itself come true, but it's a lie. You are not bad with money. You were just never taught. There's a difference, and one of them is fixable. Every single thing in these videos is a skill, not a personality trait, and skills can be learned by anyone at any age, starting from anywhere. The only thing that's actually permanent is what happens if you believe it's permanent and stop. So look at the pattern here. Spending up every raise, living only in the present, avoiding money out of fear, paying to look rich, and believing you're stuck. Notice that not one of those is about how much you make. Every single one is a habit, a default, a script running in the background that you didn't choose, and that means you can rewrite it. That's the actual good news buried in all of this. Broke isn't a number, it's a set of patterns, and patterns can change. You don't have to fix all 5 5 today, pick the one that hit hardest. You probably already know which one, and just work on that one this week. That's it. One pattern at a time is how everybody who's ever turned it around actually did it. If this one called you out a little, good. That means it's working. Hit subscribe. I break down the money stuff school skip, one doodle at a time. Next video, how to actually start investing when you've got basically no money. The simple, boring, beginner version. No finance degree required. It's the one you've been waiting for. I'll see you there.